Hello, I recently moved to Kenya and I wanted to share a few tips because I see more people wanting to move, and I wanted to give my 2 cents after moving, and some of the things that have helped me. So number one essential is Tetrax. So in Nairobi specifically, the mosquitoes cannot give you malaria. However, they still do bite you. And so this is with citronella. Like anything with citronella in it is honestly going to, the mosquitoes run away from me. They smell me, they sniff me. They're like, I don't want anything to do with that. Yeah, the next thing is toilet paper. Like carry toilet paper everywhere. Everywhere. You never know when there is not going to be toilet paper, and this is just essential advice. I would say it's very much necessary. You should try this. But yeah, I have a few more tips.
Power belongs to the people, and that this power shall be exercised only in accordance with the Constitution. The government will therefore uphold its constitutional mandate to secure our nation and its development, and shall treat every threat to national security and the integrity of our state as an existential danger to our republic. Accordingly, I assure Kenyans that we shall provide a full, effective, and expeditious response to today's treasonous events.
Oh yeah, treasonous.
Thank you.
I recorded this clips last year as we were entering an uncertain period in Kenya. By uncertain, I mean for the people in power. The Kenyan people certainly knew what they wanted. It's the people in power that are constantly acting against the interests of everyday people. And so my trip to Kenya taught me a lot. It taught me that I've been kicked out of this place I am from and told that I will find opportunity elsewhere while people are still being brutalized every single day. While people are risking their lives every single day to survive in this place that never acts in their interests. It's very concerning that if you live in the West, the news you get about Kenya paints this image to you about what Kenya is, what it can be, and it's not in a way to unite you with other Kenyans that are still in Kenya. It's a way to separate you from them, think less of them, and each time that we leave, each time that we get out of our countries, they continue to enact violence. They continue to separate people from their families. They continue to take and take and take. They continue. And we've been sold this dream that our suffering outside counts for something while they're taking our country. I would request for anyone watching this to just go see which companies are purchasing where. And this is universal. Once you begin to talk to people from different African nations, you begin to see that it's not only Kenya, it is Nigeria, it is Angola, it is South Africa. But this, for me, is a story of Kenya, of seeing other people benefit and a small minority of people that are in Kenya benefit while others continue to suffer. Right now, if you look around, you don't have to drive too far. There are people whose only bed is the ground on the street. And we have said that is okay. They could sleep there. We have made it a crime to not have money. We have accepted the pains that we see. We have said, oh no, that's, I'm surviving. I don't have time to think about it. I don't have time to think about them. But in reality, we are all surviving and should question why we are in a perpetual state of survival. When I was growing up, my parents used to say they were surviving. My grandparents said they were surviving. The construction of the current system creates this cycle where we're all surviving when the goal of getting independence was for us not to survive anymore and not to be mistreated. And we are currently met with people urging us to just hustle more. You're not doing enough. You don't have enough sources of income. And we see this leaking into our society with more and more people like gambling and going into ways they can easily and quickly get money because they know the alternate reality of not having money. They know the pain of not having money. They know how you're treated when you don't have money. They know that the harm that you're experiencing, like the people who sleep in the streets, it's excused because they don't have money. People are beat up because they don't have money, and we've learned, even accommodated ourselves to this toxicity. We've learned to give in. We've learned to say, like, this is as much as we can handle. I'm not going to fight further. But I ask, what is the line? Where does it stop? Where do we say it is finally time? How do we support each other through this? Because we can't work alone. We can't. There've been many protests in the past, and protests continue, and it excites me every day to wake up and see people fighting, people tired of the excuse that you need money to count as a person. You already count as a person just because you were born, you exist, you have no other option. And so, as we approach the anniversary, I just urge everyone to see and analyze how much surviving they have done, how much each month you continue to calculate the numbers to make them make sense, but they don't make sense because everything increases in price by the end of the month. Each year, things increase in price. And so I ask, how much more? How many more lives? How much more of your working hours? Because I say all of this with the understanding that Kenyans are some of the most hardworking people I have ever met. And that's not out of just wanting to be hardworking, it's needing to be hardworking because of the conditions the few who are able to benefit from all of this have made the rest of us go through. And I say this with pain, urging the diaspora to listen, urging them to come in solidarity, which many have already done. But we have to increase the bonds between each other and see the suffering of one as the suffering of many, which is already being done. Because if we excuse any suffering, if we say it's happening over there, it's happening to you, it's happening to that group, it will not happen to me, we allow the line of what will happen or what happens to a person to further be eroded. We allow that line to further be crossed. And I urge you to also question why you're so used to surviving, why this constant process of fear, this constant looking to your side is happening. Like, why has that become your normal? Who benefits from that being your normal? And I don't know how to end this, because there's no way to end this. There are too many lives that have been lost. And with the current system being set up to protect property, to protect money, to protect resources over people, there will be many more lost. And the line further erodes, so we have to ask, where is our collective line? And not ignore the pain, the suffering, the anxiety that we all feel. This is a way that you want your children, your children's children, the children after that to live. Because if we keep accepting survival, it trickles down to everyone else. And so today, by just saying it is okay for me to survive, I don't have to live in a country within a system that prioritizes my health, that prioritizes my time, that prioritizes my humanity, that prioritizes me, my life, no matter how much I'm making. We pass this to all the people that are coming after us. These anxieties, these worries about whether we're going to make it tomorrow, we keep passing them, and it continues. We teach the next generations that life is all about survival. It's not about living.